All right, good morning to you. Great morning to you whenever, wherever you may be watching. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good middle of the night. If you're watching this, then you have found the right channel. We are Real Life Prepper. And this is a documentary of the journey that myself and my family are going through, where we are currently living in the urban, or currently living a urban lifestyle, and we're trying to move to the point where we're moving to a more rural lifestyle, and it is truly a journey. So we appreciate you for being here. If you are new, please subscribe. Every subscription, every comment, every like, every dislike helps the channel. So even if you don't like us, hit the thumbs down. Hey, it helps the channel. So I got some things on my mind. I got some things that I need to get off my chest. And y'all know, those that follow us, y'all know that I use YouTube and this platform as therapy a lot of the times. And feel free, good morning, Tara. Feel free, if you got some things on your chest, get them off your chest. Because today is going to be one of those touchy subjects that, and I will say up front, I hope nobody leaves. Is that Baroness? Oh my goodness. Hey, Baroness. Where you been? Well, I know you've been going through, so been sending you love and been definitely praying for you and your family. And love you, love you, love you. Glad you made it back home. And Tara, glad you're here too. All right, so I just got some things on my chest, y'all. You know, and it's crazy because Jennifer and I, we were talking yesterday evening as we was going to go look at some properties. Disaster. But anyway, I've been telling you guys, I've been in this crazy crossroads, or this crazy attraction season that I'm in right now, where I'm just attracting crazy into my life, you know. And here lately, I guess it's been self-inflicted, because it got some stuff going on right now, and I'm like, wow, where did this come from? And it's things that I'm doing, just juicing veggies for breakfast. Awesome, good for you. Nothing like juicing in the morning. And y'all will probably see some juicing videos coming up here in the next month, because I tend to do a lot of juicing during the winter months for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just the way it's gonna prove to be. Please hit the thumbs up button for me. I see it's 7. You know what? I'm loving streaming from YouTube directly, because I can now see how many folks are in. I can see how many thumbs up. I can't see a thumb down. I can see how many thumbs up. So if you just joined us, please hit the thumbs up. It helps. So anyway, I just finished using for the one. Oh, okay. So anytime something pops up on my screen, it's gonna bring the chat back up. That's beautiful. So anyway, I wake up this morning and I did something I rarely do, which is turn on the news. And I'm familiar with the Breonna Taylor story, and you know, this might, I don't know how you guys feel. This is just, let me just get it off my chest, and you guys can weigh in however you feel about it. All right. So I hear this morning on the news that they indicted one of the officers who was involved with the Breonna Taylor shooting, but not for shooting Breonna Taylor, not firing and discharging a weapon inside of her apartment, but for endangering a neighbor's life. And I'm like, what? Really? Now, in my training, okay, because y'all know I try to give y'all some substance. In my training, we were always taught and trained that when we discharge a firearm, we were responsible for that projectile that came out of the muzzle of that firearm. Y'all know y'all see I know what I'm talking about, because I'm not speaking just normal terms. Oh, you're responsible for a bullet coming out of a gun. No. You're responsible for the projectile that comes from the muzzle of that firearm. You are responsible, period. Regardless of where it goes, you're responsible. And I guess things have changed to the point where you can unlawfully enter someone's home, discharge a firearm. And see, we always taught also that when we discharge a firearm, we have the intent. It is the perceived intent to destroy, cause bodily harm, and up to death. Oh, apparently there's going to be civil unrest. Yes, and your opinion is, you guys' opinion is always welcome here. I'm not gonna beat y'all up. At least I'll try not to. Y'all know we can talk. We talking among friends here. So anyway, that, and then we just, Jennifer and I, we have become extremely, hey, Master Sergeant, how are you? Great seeing you. So yeah, it's crazy to me, but we're in the process right now, and I know a lot of you guys are in the same predicament where you're feeling, wow, when I searched for what happened on Google, showed Breonna Taylor before I even, wow. So we're Jennifer and I are in a situation now. Y'all remember, hit the thumbs up for me. We're in a situation now where we're weary, we're tired, and we've grown mentally tired of everything from COVID-19, coronavirus, 200,000 people dying, civil unrest. We even talked about moving to Costa Rica this morning. We can't do it, but it sure would be nice to just get away. If nothing but 2, 3, 4 years and then come back. Hopefully things have changed for the better. But I'm just to a point, y'all, where I'm tired. Does anybody else feel that way? Where you're just tired? You're tired of everything. And then and Jennifer had told me yesterday, she was like, yeah, the president said he wasn't going to leave office. Was a peaceful transfer of power. What? And of course I saw the news clip, and I did not see the live interview. I didn't see the live, so I don't know. And because I don't believe everything, I don't know if the man actually said that or not. I don't know if it was a clip where they took one part of what he said and then spliced it together. I don't know for certain, but that's what's blowing up the news medias this morning. Oh, President Trump said he wasn't going to go peacefully. What? And listen, guys, don't let that stuff ruffle your feathers. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but the president says a lot of things that just pisses people off. I don't know if y'all have noticed that or not, but I don't put a whole bunch into what the man says when he's doing his press conferences, because he's going to say things that's going to piss you off. Have y'all not noticed that? That's just a given. That's like par for the course. That's like something he just does. I think he gets a kick out of it. But listen, we have a law of the land that's supposed to protect everybody too, but because blacks are 1/3 human, it doesn't protect black people. But anyway, I just had some things I needed to get off my chest. That's all. So thank y'all for listening. I know this is always a touchy subject, and I know anytime we talk religious views and politics on the channel, I know we end up losing subscribers or we end up pissing folks off. And if it upsets you, then hey. And one thing I learned when I was in the Navy, when I was in the military, my supervisor always said, because he used to make me mad all the time, he's like, Roger, better be pissed on than pissed off. And not that I'm trying to piss y'all. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. So if I'm upsetting you guys and I'm pushing a nerve or whatever, I can't really apologize about it, because that's the way I feel. I love touching. Yeah, I know you do. I know you love touching. So that's just what I wanted to come in this morning with, because I really needed to get it off my chest. Now, good thing happened. I stopped there a little while ago, and I saw can't call him a friend. I saw an acquaintance, because it's very rare I call somebody a friend. Oh my God. I have just learned that, and even have you noticed how you will have friends sometimes that have been with you for ages, years, and then something happens, and it's like, oh, I got to put you back in the acquaintance section. And then sometimes people get demoted further than that. Good morning, truth. Sometimes people get demoted further than that. Sometimes they go, and I don't really know what it is. I guess you meet people, you kind of like them, then you become acquaintances, and then you hit it off, you become friends, and then you become family. Well, I have people, y'all hit the like button for me. I have folks that were friends for years, and then I put them in the acquaintance section, and they're about to move into the, we just don't even, I hate to say it this way, but I don't really care, you know. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm just some callous, heartless person. Because those that know me, that's why I don't have friends. I didn't have friends for years. It's very hard for me to trust people. And I understand why. Because people are something else. And I realized yesterday, I don't like people. Bottom line, I don't like people. And it's funny, I was telling Jennifer that yesterday when we were driving. Now they're just somebody that I used to know. I like that. Just somebody I used to know. Okay, cool. I can get with that, Tara. So, now you guys that are here, we're family, okay? We're family, and we can air out our differences. We can talk. We can chat. This is your safe place. Hopefully, this is your safe place. And I forgot to make the announcement all week. We're doing Containment Season 1, Episode 3 this Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We still have to watch Episode 3. We haven't watched it yet. I know I'm getting off topic. But just as a reminder, I want you guys to watch that. If you haven't watched 1 and 2, make sure you watch 1 and 2 first, or else you're going to be lost. And you can find it on Netflix. It's Containment. Only had 1 season. It's 13 episodes. I realized years ago that while I like some individuals, as a whole, I don't like people. You know, it's because people, in general, oh God, I don't even want to go this way, but since we're going this way, I just got to get it. I got to get off my chest so I can feel better. People in general are just terrible, you know? People, I mean, and maybe somebody can convince me differently. Now, you have some really good people out there, and maybe it's just those few people that get around to everybody. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. I can't call it. I really can't, because it's something. It's just it's amazing to me how people are, how callous we can be toward each other. I mean, I'm not even talking about animals or plants or whatever. I'm talking about how just terrible we can be toward each other. Like, we just don't matter, you know. I can't watch it on Amazon Prime. I will not sub to Netflix because of Cuties. I guess I'll pass on Saturday talks then. But you can always come in and listen, you know. I haven't watched Cuties. I heard some lady at my job talking about it, and they were talking about how good it was or whatever. And I know you guys came in a week or so ago, and y'all talking about how terrible it was and how it was exploiting and all that. When you run into a jerk pretty much every single time you go anywhere, it's hard to think most people aren't like that. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Because most of the time people are, hey, how you doing? You know, they just doing their own thing. They're walking about just doing. I will not support anyone that pushes child exploitation. I can understand that truth. No, and you know what? I'm not trying to force you to watch Containment. And I know you've come in before and said how much you have your disdain for Netflix. So it's all good. So when you come in Saturday, just listen in. And Containment, when we do the reviews for our series that we watch, they're always good because everybody sees things differently. Many of us have seen the whole entire Containment series. I would have canceled our Netflix if we didn't get it free through T-Mobile. Okay. You know what? I forgot that T-Mobile provides Netflix for free. I think we still pay for that. I think we still pay for that. All right, so if you're just now coming in, hit the thumbs up for me. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all ring the notification bell, simply because a lot of folks are always telling me they're not getting the notification. Do we? So we're we're keeping it because it's free. Okay, cool. I understand. Hey, different strokes, different folks. I get it. So let me bring you guys up to date on the house hunting thing. So we Jennifer and I, we cleaned up the yard. You know, I told you guys we would clean up the backyard. So we put all this stuff out yesterday evening. Got dirty, trashy, smelly, stinky, and I cut. You know, I went out in the front yard. I edged up real good. We whacked all the backyard, the rest of the backyard. Cut down trees, cut down my apple tree, cut down the rest of the. I cut down the apple tree. I didn't get a notification. I just happened to reload YouTube. Just as you came online. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is, y'all. It's nothing I can do about that. And the things that I try to control are things I can control. The things that I can't control, I try not to worry about them too much. The platform's going to do what the platform does, and Roger's going to do what Roger does. So, there you have it. So, we got out. I cleaned up the yard, edged up the yard really, 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 really nice. Oh yeah, the backyard looks amazing now. As a matter of fact, from us cleaning up the backyard looks twice as big as it did before. I mean, we threw out everything. I mean, just things that I knew I would need later. I threw it out. I'm like, whatever. I'm tired of looking at crap. So next week we're gonna tackle the shed, and then once we get the shed, that's probably gonna take us a week or two. Once we get the shed done, we're going to, I cannot do much more cleaning out because I forgot to take out my trash Monday. Yeah, once we get the shed done, then we don't have a lot to do inside. So we haven't really messed up the house. So we'll do some spot painting, some touch-up painting, and the biggest thing is once we move out, we're gonna do the floors. We're gonna redo the carpet. And we're going to strip, and then we call it strip and wax in the Navy, but we're going to strip our hardwood, and we're going to polyurethane, re-poly the floors. So they'll be real nice and whatever for the renters when they come. So we're getting things together. Then I'm gonna get the pressure washer and pressure wash the driveway, pressure wash the shed, pressure wash the back deck, and probably seal the back deck this time. I pressure washed it a couple of times over the last 4 years, but this time I'm probably going to do a sealant just so we won't get that organic matter. My goes out 12 bed before summer. Oh, you talking about raised beds? Okay, cool. Good for you, Tara. I didn't even see who posted. I just knew you. I knew it was you talking about the raised beds. So we drove out last evening to go look at a couple of properties in Hampton. One that we really fell in love with, and I try not to fall in love with property. All right, y'all. When I'm driving, make sure you keep your chat at one or two liners, and do capitalization for me because it's hard for me to read. And now that I'm on YouTube, it doesn't stay up the whole time. So remember, please, when I'm driving, 1-2 liners at the most. Even if it takes you, several chats to do it. 1-2 liners, and then do caps for me so I can see them. If you want me to read them. And I have no way of pulling it back up once it goes away. That I know of now. I'm sure there's a way, but I'm not going to try that and test that. That stinks and forgot. I had yet to quickly try to calm things yesterday. See, I can't get all that. Plus, I don't read fast enough. Very slow reader, dyslexia, learning disability, whatever y'all want to blame it on. Kind of remarkable. I've written a couple of books and, I have undiagnosed dyslexia. Whatever. We put these titles on ourselves all the time, and it just hinders us from being great. So anyway, we drive over here last night. We go look at it. I mean, really, really nice house, and it's right, and it's priced right. I mean, huge house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, sitting on a decent lot. Not big like we want, but a decent. We could live there. But when we got around there, we just didn't like the neighborhood. It was surrounded by like apartment complexes. I mean, huge apartment complex. So get some preps from your local dollar store, canned goods. It's a good tip. Passing the coal mining plant. Our yard is full of those Asian spiders. They're everywhere in Georgia. So yeah, we drove over here. We looked at one property, and I asked Josh, like, what you think? She like, I don't really like the area, and I was like, I feel the same way. I don't like the area. Love the house. The house was amazing, but we're not gonna live somewhere where we don't, feel comfortable. Good morning, D. How are you? Tara, remember, 1 and 2 liners, sweetheart, please. The waves are massive. Okay. So let me see what else. So we went to go see the first one, and I was like, well, let's go see the one we really want. And it was only like a mile away from where we were. So we drive up there. There's this huge pot in the driveway. And of course, the house is amazing. I'm like, oh, I love this. And it's only 2 houses on the block. It's sitting like in an industrial area, but it's like a post office, and it's another little business, and they're all clean businesses. Not like they're moving gravel or anything. So they were like really nice businesses, lit up area. There's only 2 houses on the block, and I pull it up again on my app, and it says contingent, and every time there's a contingent, that means it's under contract. And I'm like, but I realized something. I realized that just because it sounds good doesn't mean it's good. Just because it glitter doesn't mean it's gold. And moving to this side probably is not the best thing for us right now, because that means that's just going to be a 45-minute to an hour drive for me to get where I need to go, on the other side. Now I have properties on this side, but if anything changes, they give me another territory, I got to drive an hour and 20 minutes just to get to my, my first stop. Do I really want to do that? Probably not. Now, is it fair that Jennifer has to drive an hour every day? Not really, but she doesn't have to do that right now. She's working at home, which is, right now, it's probably going to be best for us to just stay on the side where we are. What is your primary motive for moving? To accumulate more property and to get a bigger space. Because Jennifer's working at home, she needs a home office. We cannot continue. Well, I mean, we could continue doing what we're doing, but to continue to amass wealth. Okay, that's the primary motive right there. To continue to amass wealth, because that's the only way we can do it right now. One house at a time. All right, y'all hit the thumbs up button for me. Yeah, and we had been looking in the rural areas, but that's not going to work for us right now either. See, we're just like everybody else. We're average American family. We both work, and we're trying to do better. I can say we're average because I don't know. Well, I don't want to sound uppity either. So we're average. We're just trying to make it, and we're trying to get to the point where we have amassed enough properties that will create a passive income, so that when we do make that move to the country, to a rural area, and we change what we do as far as income, we have a passive income coming in. That's the whole goal right there. And it has been for the last 8, 9, 10 years. It's just taking us this long to get there. We started working this plan, in my 30s, 46 now. So we try to come late to the show, but hey, better late than never, right? And that's the only way that I know right now that we can amass and create out of thin air passive income. It's the only way I know it. And I made some decisions yesterday. I won't share them with you guys. Jennifer and I talked about some things, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Because when you're constantly doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. And I'm not going to be insane. Just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So all I know now is to work, keep working, keep saving, keep getting better credit, and then we're gonna buy something. We're gonna live there as short a time as possible, and then we're gonna find something else, and we're gonna live there as short a time as possible, at least a year, and then we'll start looking, well, up to a year. So if I can finance this house and we have to stay there 12 months, then we can rent. About 9 or 10 months into it, we're going to start looking for another house, and we have a plan. That is our plan. Every 12 to 24 months, we're going to purchase. That's why I'm writing again, trying to pass an income bill. I agree. I understand. I just wish I knew. I would start producing books again too, if I knew how to make them sell passively. I just haven't figured that out. And that's something I probably should look into, because I even have the course that I paid for, and the guy teaches you how to run your ads and sell your books. Maybe I'll do that. That's something I really enjoy doing, though. I enjoyed publishing books. It was time consuming, and it's, you know what though, it's less stressful because you don't really have to deal with a lot of people. Tara, you might be onto something there. Because if you produce 100 books, and let's just say the average book does $10 a month, right? That's a passive income of 1,000 books. I mean, $1,000 a month. Y'all be surprised how simple, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but how simple it is to produce a book. Now, to produce a good book, it's gonna take some time, but I learned ways of doing it where I can kind of outsource some things here and there, and yeah, it works. Maybe I will publish some books. I still make about $600 a month passively, and haven't published anything new in several years. That's good right there. That's great, Tara. That's amazing, actually. And I haven't checked my account in a while, because I have an ACX account where I put my every book I did, which was only 2. I put them on Audible, and there for a minute I was getting some passive income. Wasn't that much, maybe like $20-$30 a month. But I'm like, dang, if I looking back on it, and that was like 2-3 years ago. Looking back on it, if I had just kept producing books, very possible I would have an income right now. So thank you, Tara. I appreciate that, because sometimes you just need a nudge in the right direction. I believe this also. I believe that we set ourselves up for either greatness or failure. And a lot of times it's the way we think with our mind. And even the scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And when it says as a man, it's talking about mankind. As you think, so are you. If you think you're a slob, you think you're treacherous and trifling and terrible or whatever, that's where you're gonna be. You think you're great. You think you are a godlike individual. You think you are awesome. Guess what? You're gonna be pretty awesome. Just is what it is. So yeah, we drove out here last night. This was and I realized then, I was like, that drive is just too much for me every day. I'm not the driver in the family. Jennifer loves driving. If I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd be learning something. So that helps me with driving. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm not feeling driving. Oh goodness. So anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for allowing me to vent, get some things off my chest. I forgot to buy I gotta go back to those. I forgot to buy supply lines. I probably could use the old ones, but I don't like doing that, because they always have a tendency of leaking. Probably should have looked at them first. Then I could have figured it out. And I walked right past them too. It's all good. Man, I got out early. It's just 9 o'clock. We've been driving 30 minutes. That's good. Got out to a good start. Good early start means a good day, which means, they always say the early bird gets the worm. It's like, that's true in work and job and all that kind of stuff. The early bird gets the worm. Earlier you get to work, the more your mindset is ready to work. And ready to do what you need to do. You know. Also, early bed, early wise, keep a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Y'all heard that before too? And I found out that, I don't know here lately though, I really haven't been sleeping that well. I've been going to bed so early. I've been going to bed like 9:30. I've been and tossing and turning all night. But then again, you know, we got these 5 babies that, and poor Jennifer, I mean, I want to get out of the bed, you know, a lot of times and let them outside, but when I let them outside, I got to do a whole bunch of extra. I got to like, all right, come on, I got to close up the door where Jennifer is, but they go crazy over Jennifer. Got to close up the bedroom door, then I got to get the baby gate, and then I got to trick them to go outside. Then half of them go, and the other half like, no, I don't want to go, and whatever. Then I got to kind of force them outside and trick them to do their business and whatever. So it's always an adventure at my house. I haven't been sleeping much lately, but this juice has me super energized this morning. Oh hey, Melanie, how are you? I didn't see you come in. So for those who are just not joining us, I got a new platform. I was, streaming via an app, and now I'm doing it straight up on YouTube. And when you guys write your chats, if you really could, please, keeping the 1-2 liners capitalized so I can see them, and it doesn't stay up the whole time. So I only got a few seconds where I can even read it. So if you help me guys by doing that, and we should be all right. I thought that was the Popo, but it wasn't. Oh, let me tell you this. Jennifer sent me to the store this month. She wanted some hot chocolate, so I gladly went up there and got her some. And I had just watched this Breonna Taylor story, and I just watched this Trump thing, which jury's still out on that, okay? And I don't want you guys to think one way or the other, I'm a Trump supporter or not. I just don't believe everything I hear in the media anymore, because everything is always so doctored. And because I didn't watch the live press conference, I don't know what the man said. They could have taken something and spliced it together, whatever. I don't even want to get into that anymore. But anyway, that stuff was on my mind this morning. I woke up, not in the best of mindsets anyway. And I get to the store and I see a police car sitting in the fire lane, and it's empty, right? And I know cops do that all the time. Don't make it right. And I thought about it. I said, now if I had done this right here, and it kind of set me out, it woke up something within me, and I was like, now, and I can see before why people are rioting and wanting to burn the city down. I can understand. I'm not saying I'm justifying that, but I understand why and how you will feel that way. Because the injustice, the one is the injustice. All of us should be feeling enraged. Anyway, I digress. So I get up to the store, Kroger, by the way, and the cop car is sitting there. So I'm walking around. I grab Jennifer some hot chocolate, and then I go down the frozen aisle so I can grab me some chicken patties or whatever, because I really like those things. And Jennifer just bought some the vegan mayonnaise. She just bought some that the other day, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know you bought some of that, because I love those chicken patties. They're plant-based chicken patties with the vegan mayonnaise and a pickle on it. Oh, you talking about good? That is some good stuff right there. So anyway, I go to turn down the aisle, and I see this she's black. I see this little black girl walking, and she look like she is scared to death of everybody. She's in a police uniform, and I'm like, oh, you're the one out there. And I understand. There are good folks and there are bad folks in every line of work. I understand that, but I want you guys to do some homework. Research where the police originated from. Research where the police originally came from, and it will educate you. How about that? I'll just leave it at that. It should educate you on why some people are enraged by law enforcement all the time. And it doesn't matter if you're brown, purple, polka dot, yellow, or grape. If you're in that uniform, some people look at you as the enemy. I mean, that's just the way some people are. I don't. Y'all know I'm a. Oh, so we got some folks that know already. D, you are already woke. Good. Yes, and that is so true. That's where the police originated from. So off the bat, you already, have a history, or as my instructor would say, as my theological doctor would say, you already have a historicity of injustice inbred into your department, into your force, into your gang. You already have that inbred. Then we see things like, Breonna Taylor. We see things like, and I'm not even gonna mention any other because I know that one to be right now, from what I see, the most inhumane injustice that I have seen. George Floyd, evidence has come out. Okay. Michael Brown, evidence has come out. Okay. I wish I remember the little fella, the little guy that was in the park playing with the gun. And see, a lot of times I'm very objective. I can see, okay. And I try not to rush to judgment anytime we have any kind of police involved shooting or police involved death. I try not to rush to judgment because I want to get the facts, in any shooting. And I really wish I remember this gentleman's name, the one, and he wasn't black. I don't know if he was Hispanic or he might even been white, where this cop had him crawling backwards toward him, and he shoots him with an AK like 7, 8, 9 times and kills this kid. And this dude reached down to pull his jeans up or his pants up. That's not a justified shooting. It was only justified when I went through my training that we was trained to the point that if we did not see the imminent threat, we couldn't pull that trigger. If we didn't verify that was a gun, and I mean, even if somebody had a gun in their hand, that still wasn't a threat. And it's amazing to me how the police, well, and I'm not gonna say all the police, okay, but I've just seen instances where people of lighter persuasion, like myself, because see, look at me, you wouldn't know I was black, but people of a lighter persuasion can have a gun, talk crap to the cops, cuss them up and down, and the cop is all, the cop is calm, or either the cop will retreat in that situation. But a black person, and I don't remember this kid's name, that was going, walking down the street and he's bebopping or whatever, they pull him over and basically they kill him, because you can't make me believe that if he had made it, if the cops hadn't been involved, he would not have made it home. I know he would have. So it's just so many instances and circumstances where police are involved with darker persuaded people, where it's so questionable, and it's like those people, we don't get the benefit of that. And like I said, an injustice to one is an injustice to all. And I know I'm paraphrasing what Dr. King said, but it still rings true. And if we, the people, don't start saying something about it, regardless of finance, because see, I already know this video, I already know this is going to be demonetized. Whatever, it is what it is. If we, the people, don't start speaking up about it, if you, our compadres of the lighter skin persuasion, okay, if you guys don't start speaking up for us, and I say us, I'm talking about everybody, because right now, I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but we only have two races. We got the super rich and we got us. That's it. That is it. Okay? And it's just a matter of time. I mean, what happens when eventually black people, brown people are extinct? Then who you think they're gonna come after? Who's next in line? And I've heard people who were Caucasian white Americans talk about other white Americans just like they talk about black folks. And y'all know it's true. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? If anybody disagrees with what I'm saying now, please say so. Okay? But it is time. Um, it's time for us to make a change. It really is. And I know I'm preaching to the choir right now, because I know you guys are not like that. Because the people who were like that, they've left this channel. the people who were uncomfortable with this topic have left the channel. The people who were felt disrespected about this kind of topic, they left the channel already, and that's fine. And we still love you. You know, we still love the Christinas. We still love the I want to say Catherine, but I don't think that's it. What's the girl up in Connecticut? Oh gosh. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And I know y'all still watching. We still love you. But like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you whom they truly are, believe them. So I just believe y'all now. Ryan is really worried because I've seen people I know who were never even remotely. See, I can't read that. Y'all have got to, please help me, y'all. Y'all have got to keep your chats to 2 lines and capitalize, please. I know y'all try to get your chat in real quick, but please, sir, please, ma'am, it's making me really fear the future. Race relations, they're getting worse, not better. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. It has to get worse before it gets better, because that's where the change is going to come from. See, the times and the days of people, you know, grabbing arms and marching like Dr. King and Jesse Jackson and oh God, I can't. I'm drawing a blank. Can't think of any more civil rights leaders. The Rosa Parks, those days are gone, y'all. Those are gone. They're not doing that. And see, now with those peaceful protests back in those days, you know, kids now looking at that like that shit didn't work. We gotta smash. We gotta do like hooking. We gotta smash things. You know, and you start getting some. Yeah, thank you, Malcolm X. Well, Malcolm was a little different. You know, early Malcolm was we're not going to take this crap, and then late Malcolm was everybody's not the devil. You know, so. But yeah, those days of, and I'm talking about the peaceful protest. Those days I believe, and I'm not calling for any kind of civil unrest. This is not that channel. I'm just telling you guys the way I see things, you know. And how do we speak up? I don't know, because we into office and they still do what they want to do. So I don't really, me personally, I don't know what the answer is, y'all. I'm gonna take y'all in here with me too, because I just feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest, because we're literally around the corner from where I'm going. I'm gonna run in and do this work real quick. It's probably gonna take me 2 minutes or less, 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll have some more drive time. But yeah, I literally I really don't know what the answer is, to be honest with you. And it's almost like yeah, I have the trouble is that the writing is just making police even more afraid. How can you? Okay, this is what's killing me with that afraid stuff. And I understand, you know, because I used to wear a uniform. But military police and civilian police, that's why I never would go into into civilian sector. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that crazy stuff. The more afraid they are, the more often awful events will happen. And I believe that the more the public are going to retaliate. I think, you know, I think that the moment when we see a white officer on video, and who knows if we ever see it, treat a black person who has a gun like they treat white people who have guns, I think once we start seeing some things like that, then I believe George Soros, no money, no rights. I missed the first part of that. I'm sorry. Or I apologize. I'm just gonna run in here real quick. Let's get on some gloves because we're gonna change out some toilet parts, and it should be clean work, but who knows? Who knows? I feel like most shootings happen because of fear rather than hate. Uh, I can see that opinion, but I'm not sure about that. I think most shootings happen with blacks because of prejudice, not because of hate. I just think they have, misconceived notions already in their head before they even arrive on the scene. I just think, and then anyway, I don't know, y'all. It's just things I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I do believe it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Now that's one thing I do believe in. In my heart of hearts, it's just telling me it's gonna get worse before it gets better. You see, this thing goes. Ding dong. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good, man. Good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. One of your bathrooms is messed up.
Yeah, that one back there.
This one? Okay. All right. Been doing all right?
Yeah,
All right. Cool. I'm trying to position y'all so y'all. Okay, I hear water running, so that's probably the field valve. Put y'all up here so I can. I'm not gonna be able to see that. Teach y'all how to change this out real quick. How about that? If I can position you. Maybe so. I've been doing it so long, I just know what it is and why even mess with it. Turn the water off. Dang, really? The water didn't go off? There we go. This might shoot on me. I don't know. Damn, why is that in there so tight? I released the lock. Good gracious. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know why it's still sizzling. It shouldn't be. Oh, that's because it still has water pressure. That's not good. Now I gotta turn the water off to the whole entire house, which sucks. I don't know where my key is. I'll be right back, bro. Yeah, it sucks big time. It's not normal. Normally I can just turn the valve off, but when you have a valve that has failed, then you gotta do silly crap like I'm about to do. This is the sewage. Oh God, this is going to be. Now, if that field valve was just released, I would be able to quickly. I mean, that water's going to shoot like crazy. I'd be able to quickly be able to change it, but because that field valve is not releasing, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I can't find the water cutoff. Shit. This is common. Gotta be out here somewhere. I'm glad we don't have a flooding. If we had a flooding, I'd really be in trouble. Water would be going everywhere. Oh, y'all can't hear that. My first cousin Austin, he said everyone is terrified of pulling over people. Well, good. Stop pulling them over. Most time they pull people over for bull crap anyway. I mean, and if they think they're terrified, how does the public feel? Hell, I get scared to death every time I get a cop around me when I'm driving, and it's very often because y'all notice I'll be like, oh, there's a cop. I say it every time. And I've never had a problem with a cop pulling me over. And I can understand that because there are good people in every line of work. So not all cops are bad. Just like not all people are bad. It's just those few that get around so often. That's good. Man, I see how horrible people drive these days. Well, that too. Alright, so we gotta figure this out. I'm going to try. I don't know why this water wouldn't turn off. And this appears to be a new valve. Well, it ain't new. It doesn't appear to be old. Alright, so if let me see here. Alright, let's tighten that down right there. Let me get this in there just in case it pops. Okay, so the idea is since I can't turn the water off, okay, that's the only way I can turn the water off now. So what I need to do is get the phone races into travel 190. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the answer is, Tara. And that's more like highway patrol. Well, I ain't gonna say that's highway patrol. They're doing they ain't a 45. That's city. But I mean, yeah, in that situation, they have to pull somebody over. All right, so y'all might see this water shoot up like doggone a geyser. This thing will not budge. This is uncommon. I've never had to do all this kind of work. Remove that. This is the toilet handle. I'm trying to get it out the way. Or at least try to. I can't get this thing undone. This is insane. So what I'm gonna have to do is change out the whole entire assembly with the water still on, which is crazy. Because I can't find the, so I'm just gonna get it all ready. And it's gonna be messy. But fortunately I'm in a bathroom that has towel, which is great. So even if it does get messy, it will dry. Normally it takes me like 35 seconds. But normally I don't have these challenges. I'm gonna put this rubber gasket on right here. And I should put my sponge in. Let me go get my sponge because that's going to help. Because I'm going to have to clean up some water. I see it coming. So mental note, I need to come out here and change that valve out. But I don't even know how to turn the water off to the house. So I'll make a mental note. Alright, so I need this sponge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up. I'm at kind of a loss of words right now because I'm gonna have to clean up some water and then create a puddle, which is crazy. And of course, I don't see my sponge. I know it's in here somewhere. The car wouldn't start. It wouldn't start because I had run the battery down on accident, of course. And we actually had to take the truck to church. By doing so, I had to rearrange everything in here so that Jennifer has somewhere to sit. By doing so, everything being rearranged now, I can't locate anything. Nothing. Nothing is locatable whatsoever. So anyways, whatever. I have a towel. That's not really going to work. But I do have a cup. So I'll use a cup and I use a towel. I'll catch some water and I have to clean up some with the towel. Where are my keys? There we go. Y'all hear that gunfire? There's a gun range not too far from here. I used to come out here, used to freak me out like, good Lord. Man, I don't remember ever changing this thing out, so I guess I never have. This thing is crazy. I've never seen one act like this either. So I'm going to have to drain this water. I just had to work my steps out in my. Oh shoot, that's right. As soon as I release that, it's going to shoot water everywhere. So can I just one-handed? That's the question. Because as soon as I take that off, I'm going to try to cap this with my thumb. This is crazy as heck. Oh, shoot. I got to work today. This is not normal. I really need to turn that water off. We don't have a flood if I do that. Yeah, I gotta figure out. Yep. Oh my God. This is the last person on the planet I want to see right now. What's going on? Doing good. How you? I know that. You ever seen the water shut off valve around here? I thought that was the sewage. All right, I'll check that. Appreciate it. It's a lawn care guy, and all he do is complain. It's all good, you know. Hey, we gotta do something. I'm gonna see if I can't do this with a pipe. But I don't have my T-wrench with me, and I should have grabbed the one from my house, but I didn't. It's all gravy. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Okay, guys. See that you guys are not interested in seeing me do this, because we have dropped folks like crazy. So I guess I will go ahead and end and let you guys go and chat with y'all another time. Say what now? Oh yeah, I move. Alright, so the brother wants me to move, which is no problem. He's like, ain't no chance I get you to move. Yeah, man, I'll move for you, sure. There ain't no biggie. He trying to do a job. Trying to do his job. Sure, yeah. So, is anybody still here? Because I'm not really seeing anybody. If you guys are still here, let me know. And let me know if y'all still want to continue to see me do this work. If not, I'll go ahead and end. But if anybody says they want to see it, then I will continue. I don't know what my doggone T-wrench is. But I have a pair of boat club cutters. When you do this kind of work, you figure out different ways and different things, different ways of doing things all the time. Oh, you still here? Okay. Cool. Oh, hell, that is it. All right, cool. Yay. That man was right. So I'm just gonna grab my boat cutters and I'm gonna turn this valve, I'm gonna turn this water off real quick. Then it's gonna make it easier for me to do what I'm doing. Because what I was about to do is about to make a tremendous mess. It had the potential of flooding out the whole entire house. And I don't take those kind of risks. Just not gonna do that. Huh? Oh, that's your new rap?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was enough.
All right. Congratulations. Oh boy, too funny. All right, so we're gonna turn the water off, so it should be easier. Alright, so now we gotta worry about is it dripping. So now we should have no flow, which we don't. Good. Alright, so once I pull this off and try to drain this water into this cup, hopefully it won't be more. There we go. Drain. I'm going out body from. Normally I would just dewater the back of the tank with a sponge. It'd take me about 3 or 4 swipes with a sponge and then I'll be good. But this cup is working. At least it's not putting all the water on the floor. Still don't have water, it just is what it is. Nature of the beast. Y'all can't see me right now. Alright, cool, and the gang. Alright, so that's out. So now, I'm just gonna put it up here. I can really reuse this nut. I'm not gonna put all new parts in here. Yeah, that's how they went. Okay, this one, I'm gonna old. Over is wet, and then it's dry. So, put the nut on. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Normally this doesn't take all this work. Normally this is 1, 2, 3, we out of here. And my man out there cutting grass, and he has a good point. He's like, these guys, these young guys, they sit around here, they don't do nothing all day long when I'm out here working. I work for my living. They sit at the house just chilling all day. I'm like, you got a good point. So I'm glad he just came up and started working because I didn't want to hear his mess. Oh yeah, that valve is gone. Okay. I need to replace that valve eventually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just hook everything up. Then we'll go out there and turn the water on. Then we'll come in and check it. Because 9 times out of 10, what's gonna happen is once good, that's gonna be just fine right there. Okay, so when I turn this water back on, all this stuff is gonna run, all this water is gonna rush into this toilet. And I'm gonna leave this in here just in case, even though I already know what's gonna happen. So I bought a bunch of stuff because I didn't have a clue what I needed coming out here. You either need a fill valve, a flapper valve, or a handle. It's the only three parts of a toilet. And that's it. Alright, so y'all out here. Water on. Hopefully we'll have a flood in here. Oh, hey man, how you doing? Alright, so I'm not hearing any water. Boom, and it filled up. Just the way it's supposed to. Boom, now it's flushing just the way it's supposed to. Clean up a little bit. Get some of this water up that we wasted. This is almost like mopping. Anybody here? Anybody here? Anybody learn anything? Educate, motivate, inspire. Alright, so this is trash. That was my last one in this package. And we're good to go now. Bam. Grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Cup. My handy dandy cup. Grab my pliers and we're out. We are out. We are out. We are out. Check this filter. You good to go, man, in your toilet? Your toilet's good to go. The bathroom? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to go. Oh. Yeah. All right, thank you, man. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. All right, so there you have it. There's a lawnmower over here. We got a lawnmower and a weed eater. We cut through that stinks. Yeah, how you doing? Woo. That's rough. Alright, so need to rag through it back there. Don't need it right now, it's dry. And because that was all clean water, we don't have to worry about any of that nasty. And this job is officially done. I would eventually dog gonna pull that lid open and just look inside. He was the only one at that process of elimination. But every city does things differently, and every city, all their stuff looks differently, you know. So another successful job. Everybody should be happy. And we're gonna go ahead and end. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you. Remember, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. You know, feel free to express yourself in here. We don't bite, at least we try not to. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. And send love. Mwah. Y'all be blessed. All right, you take care too. Hey, Linda, how are you? Good luck with your fix. Fix done. All right, thanks a bunch. Y'all be good. Be blessed.